There. All right. Here's the second take of the original recording. This is much more simple. There's no weird frog venom thingies. All right. I don't care about all that. All right. I just care about the simplistic stuff. All right. And I'm just gonna rate this as the actual feeling, the actual experience, and I might take into account the bang for your buck. All right, if it's like lean, if you do lean, you're retarded. You're stupid. My bad. I did not mean to say that. You're stupid though. If you buy lean, you're stupid. You're dumb, and I just don't get you. All right, if it's they're not selling it for free. Obviously, they're not giving it to you for free. You're not getting a free sip. There's some fiends, some lean fiends that are just stupid. Um, but yeah, just honestly, I would rather buy like a gold toilet. I'd rather waste my money on that than on some lean. Actually, I'd rather have lean than that. But other than that, it's a stupid purchase. Why did I just go on a rant about lean being dumb? I don't know, but might as well. All right, let's get into it. All right, alcohol, meh. All right. Honestly, I've not gotten completely blackout drunk. I don't know how that really feels. I just I don't really drink alcohol. I think it's pointless once again. I guess yeah, it feels all right. It's pretty fun. You know, like I don't know. It's just there's no purpose of it. Like if you steal it from a store, you get into like a ton of trouble. It's alcohol. Of course, I can't buy it, but it's obvious that you're drunk when you are, and you look stupid. So you can't really hide it. All right, a joint. All right, good. It's good. LSD, good. Feels good. MDMA, great. Feels great. Shrooms, once again, I'd have it over a joint, and I'd have it over LSD. Uh, Zen pouches. Man, I don't really care for all that stuff. Man, don't care. Tramadol. If it's if it, I don't really live, in the UK and all that. I heard they had that in the UK. I've never really seen it. I've never done it because I don't really see it. But if it's like they don't even have any perks over here, this is stupid. They don't have anything. This is not just somebody's, individual. This must be somebody's individual experience, because this you have Viagra here, you have Valium, Tramadol, you have CIA. Like you have the CIA over here. You can't have any opiate other than like tramadol or whatever. Man, I don't care about Viagra. All right, I my piece over here. It works. I don't use Viagra, bro. All right, I'm all good off it. Tramadol. I don't know. It's probably pretty decent if it is just an opiate. You know. Um. Oh wait, I think I remember watching like some video about it, because I was wanting to get some. Uh, I don't know. I never really searched for it over here before then. I just realized I didn't have it here. So if it's just like like codeine or whatever it is, because I remember seeing like an active ingredient in it, it was probably like I think it was like codeine or some sort of opiate. That would be good. That would be good. That would be pretty decent or good. So I'm just gonna put it here. Value are decent. Just do Xanax. There's no point. Actually, you know why you shouldn't do Xanax is because you're literally playing like a bean boozled game or whatever. You're not gonna get actual Xanax, bro. I'm sorry to break it to you, Buster. Sorry to burst your bubble. All right, you're not getting Xanax, bro. You're getting some chalk and some vitamin C, or you're getting Fent. All right, and for that reason, it probably kind of sucks. If you have actual like real Xanax, it's pretty decent. It's pretty good. You know, So that's where I'm gonna put it. If you have like actual benzo, you know. But you and I both know that you're either getting some oregano and some, I don't know, orange flavoring or something, or you're getting some fat. All right. Sorry to burst your bubble, Buster. All right, vape. I don't really suck Robococks like that. Viagra. I don't. I don't use Viagra, so I don't know. Adderall. Honestly, I think Benzodrex and Adderall are literally the same thing, basically. And honestly, Benzodrex is pretty decent. All right, it's decent ketamine. Any dissociative is probably at insane. All right, bomb glass cock this time. Don't care about it. Caffeine, meh. Don't care. CIA. I don't know. This looks like a bar of soap. I don't know about you. All right, at least cigarettes are like some real deal stuff. You know, I feel like I feel like I'm in a biker gang or something. You know, like this is pretty okay. Honestly, if you've never smoked cigarettes, there's no reason to. Don't. It like the first time it makes you like throw up and stuff. It's horrible. All right, meh. Coke. Feel like Scarface. But other than that, it kind of sucks. Don't care about it. It doesn't suck. You feel like Superman, but like there's no reason to buy it. It's like buying. It's like if you solely care to get drunk, why buy champagne? That's my reasoning. All right. If meth is Everclear, then Coke is champagne. All right. It's decent. It's not meh. It's great. These people have a concert over here. They have DMT. All right. Um, yeah, I'm all good off that. All right. I guess I'll see you next time. Any kind of opiate, like kratom, because kratom's legal. 7-O kratom by itself is at great. You know, that would be basically yeah. But kratom, like the red leaf strain, I'd probably put it at good. It's pretty good. Um, they don't have heroin over here. I can't say that. They don't have the little liquid inside of a needle here. That would be, honestly, I don't want to put it at anything good because everybody puts it like, dude, heroin sucks, but nobody does it because it sucks. People do it because it's fantastic. But it's same thing. It's the same thing with Xanax, bro. You're playing a bean boozled game, straight up. All right, you're not getting heroin, Buster. Sorry. I bet in comparison to Fent, it's probably pretty tame. You know, and I honestly here's the deal, right? There's things that are just super strong, and the stuff that just basically is a concentrated version of something else usually feels either much better or like slightly worse. I don't know how to really describe it. Like it has different characteristics. Like let's say for example, for me, if there's Fent and there's perks or whatever, and then the like perks make you feel like more drowsy or like less drowsy or something. I don't really know how to really compare the two. It's just Fent feels like a stronger, like 100 times stronger perk. It is what it is. All right, I'm done talking. I sound like a dummy. I'm a little bit out of my mind right now. All right, I feel great. I feel euphoric. There's no Benadryl here. There's no DXM here. There's nothing. DXM. Here's the thing with DXM, right? When you start off doing it, it is like at like great. It's great when you start off doing it. If you have like robo tabs, all right. Oh yeah, by the way, the whole like if it's lower concentration, it feels different, or like if it's a different kind of thing, like if it's uh DXM hydrochloride, like the HCI, or if it's DXM freebase, they both feel different. It's the same thing with like let's say heroin and fent. They both feel different. You know, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's the same thing. Your brain does. It's not the same thing, obviously, but they both have the same kind of characteristics, but they just have it in different kind of ways. They feel a little bit different, obviously. But yeah, like if you have some like robo tabs, starts off insane, right? But then as your tolerance goes up, it's not even like, okay, yeah, I can still just do it and it feel the same, but I just have to do more. It's not that way, because if you do more DXM or whatever, you're just gonna throw up. You're just gonna throw everything up and you're gonna be mad. All right, you're gonna be mad and sad and just feel terrible. I just really wasted all these robo tabs, right? Honestly, if you do like, I don't know, like four robo tabs and you combine it with something else, it's pretty fantastic. If you're listening to music, you like, take some DXM. It is fantastic. With Benadryl, if you do like two Benadryl, right? You do 50 milligrams of Benadryl or whatever, and you have it in combination with like, I don't know, kratom or whatever. The ultimate legal, little legal high or whatever. It's fantastic. I like it. Again with Benadryl, music sounds pretty great. It is what it is. But with all those, yeah, like people hate on Benadryl so much. If you just do two, it's pretty great. Bro, I'm slurring my words like crazy, bro. It's fantastic though. All right.